We're seeing items of all evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods.
Shady deals on hidden 51st floor? This is big. Has to be right.
I think it might be, but we need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on around here.
If there were only an eyewitness we could interview.
An eyewitness, huh? Here we go. Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart?
Me? I told you. I'm in it for the truth. The good of society, and little on me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people. For the people?
If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence tracking scheme here in the storeroom.
Oh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. But how'd you figure that out? Guess it means I don't have to tiptoe around anymore now. One of my many sources told me on the lowdown about an underground auction.
So all the items here
were sold to the highest bidder. Folks was slinging money around like it was going out of fashion. Had to come see for myself, of course. Get my eyes on the subject, you know. Should have heard the tales my contact was telling, tall and true 2 trees. Or at first I thought. Anywho, I wasn't about to ride up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck in, stumped behind this here statue and settled in white. Been inside late last night and carried right on through the break of dawn.
So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence?
Dirty deals in a secret storeroom. Talk about a story.
Was there anything else on sale apart from the items in the evidence of this room?
Sure, there were regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing.
In what way are shady artworks regular exactly?
But the evidence was the big draw for sure. Reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out in the cop and prosecutor shops. I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right? Well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to see what I could get from up here.
Having been here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then?
It was an underground affair, like I said, so folks weren't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up top of the roof here. Threw on matches as soon as they got down the ladder, and that ain't all. They had voice changer doodads in them, teeny tiny ones, dingier than a bug's behind. So you couldn't see the real faces and couldn't hear the real voices. Surreptitious as all heck. You mean surreptitious, right? I surely do. Sweet, sweet surreptitude.
Also not a word.
Anywho, once they got the gear on, they went straight on downstairs. And then came the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same but in reverse. Come back up again one by one. Mask back on the hook, up the ladder and away. That's a serious operation.
And how many participants were there?
11 altogether. I counted when they come down the ladder. I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know.
You didn't? Then where were you?
When I first got here, you know what, that ain't important right now.
So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning?
Anywho, I watched all them folks coming in from my spine spot here in the shadow. I see. You were watching from behind the statue. They use that there elevator to go up and down. Once they were all down there, I snuck up and took a peek at what was going on.
You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath?
Nah, they sent it back up, but there's a little peeky hole if you know where to look. Elevator don't quite sit flush with the floor, see? If you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang.
Did you catch sight of who was in charge?
Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all.
I wonder who the ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more.
And this is where you're gonna fuck me around, isn't it?
You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them?
Y'all should know I came here to get me an exclusive. Here we fucking go again. An exclusive ain't much dang good if done spilled the beans already.
I see. So you don't actually know anything about them?
You think that's why she won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess. Ah, you got me. I couldn't see if it was a man or a woman, a kid in her old time, or nothing.
What were they wearing? Could you at least see that?
Sure, white jacket, white gloves, magenta flower on the lapel. Them three things is what I remember. Oh, okay, so our auction master is our victim. What good's a description of the outfit if I don't got a clue on who wearing it? So this ringleader disguised their identity too, just like everybody else? Yes, sirree. Mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards.
They were wearing one of the masks? Which one?
Let me see. This guy, Zervan.
Zervan? What kind of name is that?
Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you never heard of Zervan? He's a global hero known on beyond arts, ain't it? That's too many fucking syllables. Onion Capone's arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervan the Time Lord?
I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all?
Nah, dang well didn't. Kinda sculptures my scoop. Oh, the whole mess has been nothing but a snap hunt. That never should have come.
We know of somebody who dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart. You said the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct?
Sure did. Don't ask me why they dressed up like a peacock on parade day, but they was.
Is this the outfit you saw?
Well, holy smokes, it sure as heck is. But wait, so the big cheese is dead?
All we know is that she's the victim in the case we're investigating.
Her name was Rosie Ringer. Did you know her?
Rosie Ringer. Involved in a smuggling ring. Yeah, okay.
Nope. So the ringleader were a lady? Ain't that just a slipping on a dang deal? Throwing me off with a man's jacket like that.
I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically, but setting that aside for now, what's important is we discovered something vital to the case. Namely, the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim.
So somebody done bumped off the boss, huh? Then, that's what was happening?
When what was happening?
Nothing at all. Y'all just going about your business now. No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious my foot. I told you it's nothing. You won't get nothing more out of me than that.
Wait, so there is more?
How many dang times I gotta tell you? It's nothing, okay? I ain't saying nothing either way. Can you just tell us a little more, pretty please? Can you just tell us a little more, pretty please? I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played. Tell you more? I done told you too much already. What if I examine some fingerprints for you, pro bono? What kind of cockamamie fank is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled. You want intel? Go dig it up yourself, just like I had to. Okay, guess she isn't going to talk to either of us.
Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her. She may not give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to.
Mind chess?
Way, here we go. Let's start by observing our opponent.
I ain't telling you nothing, you hear? Now quit wasting my time before I blow a fuse.
As we see, she's quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead whenever possible. I won't have much time to think, so I need to be swift and decisive. Miss Hart's definitely hiding something from me. My first move will be to discover what this something is. I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's calm down and talk reasonably.
I am calm, damn you. Leastways I will be as soon as you quit yanking my damn chain. That's better. Being news hound's all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see?
Speaking of news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase, similar to your own, in fact.
Oh yeah? She spoke like me, huh? Guess it could have been someone I know.
Her name was Tabby Lloyd. And if I closed my eyes, I couldn't believe I was listening to you. She told me about somebody called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she?
Oh, so you met Tabby, huh? Well, ain't that something? Where'd you bump into her? She's a great kid. Reckon... Wait, no you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Ooh, you nearly had me there, too.
Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. I think we can use that to our advantage. I need you to tell me everything you know, and don't leave anything out.
Go jump in a creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You got nothing to do with me. Nor me with you neither.
Time to deploy my clue. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact.
Yeah, well, I guess it does seem kind of cold for me to say that if you know her pretty good. Wouldn't want the poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's ass.
Good. Now, you'll tell us what you know?
Fine. See, it's like this. You got me a Wait, what am I thinking? Dang it, Lord, you can't even bamboozle you that easily.
What was that about a school?
Oh, forget it. It was nothing.
How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is.
Alright. I got me a scoop. A big one. But I can't just go blabbing it to you. I got bills to pay.
She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of her somehow. We need to know the details of this scoop. She's quick to anger, but also quick to let key information slip. Now we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her. This scoop of yours, does it have something to do with the auction?
You know what? I can't forget.
But you tried to infiltrate an underground auction. It only stands to reason you observed something, otherwise why would you have to write about?
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing.
Do you realize you have nowhere to turn to, don't you? Fuck.
quit riding me, will you? The whole thing's a waste of my precious time.
I should have picked my words more wisely.
Oh shit, that's a big... This is tough.
If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you did hear the sound of something? Something during your time in this room?
Well, see, it wasn't nothing really. It was just little noises all. Wouldn't even make page 16. Forget I mentioned it.
So something happened during the auction. Something that made a noise of some kind. That could be a valuable clue. Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it?
Might be it did, might be it didn't.
Which is it? This is important.
Alright, you don't gotta holler at me like that. I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing. I just snuck in and did some undercover reporting. Silent treatment, huh? Two can play at that game.
Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for, and I fucked it up.
I don't got time for the hog swell. That's it, I'm out of here.
Curses! So I've got to do the whole chess all over again then, have I? I can't give up now, I have to keep pushing. Alright, once more under the breach. I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime.
Hey, you did the exact same thing, genius. But I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that.
Let's not mention the fact I handed in my badge, shall we?
Still, it don't amount to the whole hill of beans, right? There's folks who have done way worse. Murder for one. Next to murder, trespass is hardly nothing.
From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather your scoop has something to do with a homicide.
No, I was just talking all hypotheticals like. You know, about murder being the big one and all. Ain't nothing worse than murder.
Not the most skillful evasion I've heard in my career.
Look, I done told you, okay? I stuck into the auction. I'll cop to that. But murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. I ain't seen nothing, heard nothing. Scout's honor. Oh, shit. It didn't save the clue. Oh, I clicked the wrong fucking thing, you twat! Related to the auction. You heard the sound of something. Incident. Sneaking in. Oh, fuck it! Ah. I didn't think it would get this hard. I really didn't. Right. Auction. Heard the sound. Incident. Sneaking in. Scoop. I ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing, Scout's honor.
Time to deploy the clue. You told me you heard something during the auction. You claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been. Otherwise, why remember it? I think it was something very memorable indeed, in fact. I believe it was the cry of a murder victim.
How'd you keep doing that? Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. That's all you're getting out of me. Won't be no scoop left otherwise.
The murder Miss Hart witnessed. It must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Perhaps we should finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim.
Okay, time to lock the fuck in now, it seems.
I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this. I need you to describe the murder in more detail. It's vitally important.
I wish I could help y'all, but I don't rightly recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you. Sorry. I mean, look at me. I can't even get my facts straight half the time.
No clue.
Okay.
Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me.
Ain't nothing left to tell, damn it. I done spilled my guts already.
No clue.
Alright then. Here we go.
You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true?
You calling me a liar now? Hoo-wee, now I'm mad, real mad. Calm down. I'm a journalist. I'm gonna sell my stories if folks can't trust I'm telling the truth. I got me a motto, you know. Faster than anybody, honester than anybody.
A motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear it in mind. I need you to describe the murder in more detail. I can't imagine being so vague on the facts as a trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty is what's necessary when reporting on a story.
Well, see...
It seems your so-called information is not credible after all.
Look, there was a murder and I was there. I can even prove it.
You can prove it, can you? How?
I got it right. Wait, you heard that? I was just talking to myself. Don't think nothing of it.
She's still hiding something. This is a very vital clue. I need to use it to maximum effect. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me.
Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already.
I know you've been keeping something from me, and that something is proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the basis of the story you're hoping to sell.
Ah! Dang it all to hell. Give me a break, will ya? I'll come clean, okay, if that's what you want. Here, I done snapped me a photo. Happy now? You better be.
Checkmate.
I can't believe I let that happen. I'm betrayed by my own big mouth.
Well, it happened, so time to tell us everything.
I saw the whole thing. Watched that auction from start to finish. You didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures too? Yeah, about that. Like I said, I was spying the whole thing right from the get-go. They all shot in the beds and somebody wins some and then bam, down come the hammer. Head on upstairs and pay, shouts the old ringleader, and the whole thing starts all over again. Anyhow, as soon as it happened, I had to think quick, and that's when I ran back behind that statue and hid.
Who was it that eventually appeared?
Didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the winning bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash.
I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps?
Anyhow, the deal was you settled your bills up here. I heard 2 people were yabbering for a little while.
Wait, so 2 people came up on the elevator?
You betcha. My guess is the other one was our friend, the ringleader. Anyway, yabba yabba yabba, on it goes for a little while, then, ah! A scream! That shook me pretty good, so I hunkered down my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight.
So you didn't see the moment of the murder?
Nah, but I heard it real good. You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked? Quit trying to be funny, girlie, it don't suit you none. I'm just a dang little journalist on my own lonesome. You think I'm fixing to jump in and save the day?
Dainty?
Anyhow, there was a bunch of rustling sounds. Right then about what was happening, I got to feeling pretty bad about what I'd done. That makes sense, I guess. After all, I didn't remember to get out my camera and snap even a single picture. Scoop like that drops right in my lap and I miss it, somebody ought to tear my hide. Anyhow, then a little more time goes by, there's a certain clattering noise. I'm there thinking, gotta get the shot this time, so I grab one real quick from the shadow there.
Can we see this photograph?
Oh, do I have to? Oh, here.
That's...
The person in the red raincoat's the one who attacked Kay.
So Kay's raincoated assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom, then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay. Photograph of the mysterious figure in the red raincoat. Bloody hand. There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim?
Weird, her. I wondered the same thing. Heard 2 people, there was only one in the shot I got. I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room either. But that's the killer, alright. Leastways, I'm pretty sure it is.
So we're saying the victim disappeared. How do you know it was the killer just by looking?
They're literally red-handed with blood. How else would it get there, huh?
And the auction
just carried on after that? Sure did. It went right along like nothing had happened. Rich folks is crazy than a box of frogs. Never understood how they think.
Funny. I find journalists struggle to understand as well. If the storeroom was the actual scene of the crime, you'd expect the body to have been here at some point as well.
Huh? Well, yeah.
But think back to what Miss Hart just told us about the customers that left the auction. Do you remember?
Of course. They came up and downstairs, back through the storeroom, and... Oh!
Exactly. The killer would have to have hid the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it? Emma, if you would mind putting your skills to work for me now.
I'd love to. Just say what you need and I'll get right on it.
Very well. I'd like to check for blood residue. A luminol test, in other words.
Sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science.
Never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before.
Alright. Now we're about to test the ladder over there first. Based on Miss Hart's picture, I say the person in the red raincoat is about to climb in to make their escape, which means there's a high chance of a positive result. To test scenario, just press cross. If it happens to have some blood, you'll see it react like this. Still feels super raw to see it just appear like that. Anyway, it's a positive, still faint. Spraying a couple more times should be enough to make it really stand out. Yeah, that brought it out nicely. It made it feel that much more real. Anyway, I think you got the gist of how to look for blood traces now, right? I'm sure there's still some more to be found. Why not give it a try? that's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other place test with luminol. Want to test there? Negative. Ah, careful with that. You can't go around spraying others with luminol.
I wasn't about to.
Okay. Aha! Mr. Edgeworth, blood!
How could it have gotten there?
Maybe somebody put something with blood in there. Or someone. There's still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else we can find. Aha. Oh my god. Did somebody get crushed with the elevator? What a horrible way to go. But how come?
Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say.
Was that some of it dripped through to the floor below too? I see that's all the blood that is to be found.
Alright, that concludes this phase of our investigation. Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. This is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it.
Wonder who won the box in the auction?
I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery.
You just hold your horses there. There's no way the body could have been in there. There's no way the body could have been in there.
What do you mean?
I took a look at that there box when I first got in here. It looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide and go seek if that need be arose. I thought maybe it would have been if I could have opened it. It was wrapped in change and locked up tight. I ain't no seismologist. The murder happened just a little after I scooped it out, so can nobody have put no body in there.
Wrapped in change and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in change any longer.
Huh? Slap my head and call me silly. Could have sworn it was, though.
I think we've examined all we can now.
Great. Time to see what's waiting down below. Shaking a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister. Yes, Mr. Fender? We're about ready to move out, but when you stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost. Of course. I'll be sure to stay close.
When did those two start getting along so well?
What? Mr. Edgeworth!
This room.
This is the auction room. No, this is the committee chamber.
Way to drop right into my lap, Kay Faraday. You've got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men. Arrest her right now. But wait, she's... As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them onto the streets where they belong.
You can't do this. This is going way overboard.
Yeah, what she said.
Miles, this isn't looking good, I've got to say.
See how the...
Jesus, Francisca, give me a fucking chance.
See how the blinding light of justice shines on me? Ow! Ow!
What did I do? You'll have to forgive me. I meant to be a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor.
You weren't aiming for him, you were aiming straight at me!
Something keeps getting in my way. Something.
Ow!
Right there.
Franziska,
So what you doing here, Mr. Ex-prosecutor?
I still believe Kay to be innocent.
What are we supposed to care what you believe? You no longer has the right to an opinion. I'm Franziska Van Kammer, and I have no intent of stopping here or now. But you chose to give up by leaving your badge, and so our game's already come to an end.
My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped, I simply cleared the way ahead. And now I'm free to follow that road all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second my conviction's changed. I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was.
You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth. In that case, I demand you show me. I explain my current theory first. If your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. The victim used the key card and entered the chamber with the killer. She was then stabbed with the candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. And now we know the victim and we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber. The blood and the floor of the room proves my theory. Game set or match match and worth QED. She seems pretty confident, huh? Yeah, she doesn't have the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. I gotta say I dig the vibe. I can even give her a no hard feed. Pathetic. Where am I, Edgeworth? You think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really found the road so tough, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me towards it.
I'll be very happy to. Settle in, Franziska. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence.
Hold it!
And you're sure the data from the security system's accurate?
The data's just like me, perfect in every way. There's no room for doubt on either front.
Well, your theory's far from perfect. I suppose I'm not going to change your mind on this so easily, am I?
Correct. As I said, the victim enters the room as a killer.
Hold it!
And the stab wounds she sustained are a perfect match with the candelabrum in question.
The wounds are hit by metallic spikes of some kind, in 3 places simultaneously. You'll have to agree there aren't many updates that could do that. Furthermore, Gamma Hertz confirms the murder in her report.
Then there's absolutely no doubt in your mind it was the candelabrum.
None whatsoever. As for the culprit,
Hold it!
Have you managed to prove conclusively the letter found the victim was sent by Kay?
wasn't aware there was any doubt on that front. Are we suggesting it was a forgery? If there was any doubt, there is no longer. Document analysis turned up nothing. Nothing to suggest the involvement of anyone other than the sender as the recipient of any forgery.
Are you saying they found Kay's prints?
No, only the victims. Well then, how can you say for sure Kay did the deed? Haven't you been listening? Document analysis found nothing to suggest the letter was a forgery. Face it, the letter was sent by Kay Faraday. In fact, more than adequately proves the identity of the murderer.
Hold it!
You can prove the murder happened here in the committee chamber, I suppose.
Van Karma is perfect in every way. Or did you forget that when you handed in your badge?
Hold it!
Has the blood been analysed to see who it belongs to?
It has, and unsurprisingly, it was confirmed to be that of the victim.
And it has occurred to you that where it was found may not have been where the murder in fact took place?
How could you forget, Mars Edgeworth? Evidence is everything in the courtroom. So please present your proof that the murder occurred elsewhere. Or kindly stand down.
Proof the murder occurred elsewhere, huh? This isn't a courtroom, and it doesn't mean I can't give her the evidence she so clearly desires.
She makes a pretty watertight argument, huh?
Perhaps, but she doesn't know what we know.
You're right. We got certain scientific discovery up our sleeves.
That discovery will show her the road I found to the truth.
Objection!
Different statement.
Objection!
If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of the Justice statue.
Murder under the gaze of the divine. A brazen act even for a cold-blooded killer.
Except that may not be true at all. Take a look at this if you would. It's a blood stain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through the room below. The elevator it dripped down from.
Descends directly into the foot of the statue.
Ah, so you noticed. Then you will agree the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. I put it to you the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterward was she moved down here. The Goddess of Justice did not witness the murder. She witnessed the killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she smiling?
Sorry, I was just thinking about a very similar situation. Well done, Mars Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought.
Mr. Edgeworth's anything but a fool, sir, you know it. Ow!
Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me? Are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows there is far more blood here in the committee chambers than upstairs.
Oh, whipped and ignored again. I wish I could get some love too.
You're trying to tell me all the blood dripped down from about Mars Edgeworth? If it had, your stool stain would need to be about 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. No way it could have happened anywhere else.
As insightful as ever, Franziska, but you played right into my hands.
How so?
You're correct. There's far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why?
trifling details effacing my previous explanation.
Alas, your explanation doesn't account why there's blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some splatter might manage to shoot itself? Surely you don't think some spatter managed to shoot all the way up there, do you? Whoa, that's your crazy fountain of blood? No way! No way indeed, it's completely impossible, so how about this? What if this explains the different amounts of blood we observed? The victim died of 3 stab wounds that would have bled profusely.
Exactly. As proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor in this room.
That doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said there wasn't much blood up there already. Ow!
Silence your half-baked, harebrained rookie!
Hey, harebrained is a little... Ow! A stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time.
Oh, I know. When the weapon's removed, right?
Precisely. I believe the body was brought down here to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we saw between the 2 locations.
But why? What was the killer trying to do?
I imagine they were trying to give the impression the murder happened down here. As we know, Ms. Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Judging by time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create the elaborate setup.
Why would they need to do all this in the first place?
Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed.
Underground auction?
You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items up there tell quite the story. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night.
It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. How desperately you want to protect your friend.
There's something just beneath the surface of this case, something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it.
So that's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth.
Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol on international cases, so why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me the something I sense isn't related to any of this.
I'm very happy to learn you gave up your badge. I'm very happy to learn you're giving up your badge and complete relief of your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way.
Sorry, sir. I just thought it might help, you know. You did the right thing, Detective. So am I right, Franziska? This is the incident part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar?
Wouldn't you like to know? But you don't need to know, and so you won't.
Then you knew, didn't you? The auction was being held here in this chamber.
Hey, you don't mind if I butt in for a sec? Your victim over there, the lady in the white? You! Hey, let a gal finish, will ya? No good butting in paying the you-know-what. Ow! Well, this leopard sure ain't changed her spots. Your testimony is not required, and neither is your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. You can't... Ow! You're liars, what you are. You're lying the off this one time. Seems like Miss Van Karma's not too fond of Miss Hart, huh?
I don't think she's her biggest fan, no.
What you call? Ringer, right? She was a member of this here committee? Well, she's dressed exactly like the ringleader of that secret auction. Ow! Stop it! Stop whipping me, damn it! What's the meaning of the interruption? Mars Edgeworth, explain!
Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed, and it seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer.
But that would mean the victim was also the ringleader. Now, let me just calm down, sir. It seems I have some new information to consider. It's told I came here to investigate the underground auction and to arrest its head of operations, the auctioneer.
But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead. I guess it means your journey here today was wasted.
I suppose it does. Nonetheless, I, Francisca von Karma, I refuse to leave empty-handed. Time for a rematch, Mars Edgeworth.
Fine by me, but you may find your whip will go sorely underused this round.